Our first inductee, Shirley Dunlap Bowser, has dedicated her life to working for the success of agriculture in the state of Ohio. The seventh-generation farmer living in Pickaway County has used her passion for philanthropy, agriculture, and education to fuel her longtime career of public service. The impacts she has made can be felt across Ohio and the country.
I was born into an agricultural family. My family on my father's side have been farmers for 7 generations. And I was born on a farm. I was born in a hospital, but I lived on a farm, and I've lived on a farm all my life, except for the 4 years that I was at Ohio State University. I had not done very well on the entrance test because I had never taken a test at Williamsport like that. And so the university wrote my dad and said, you know, maybe you should think about Shirley doing something else. Maybe she's not college material, which made my father so mad. So I set out to prove him, and I did all right at Ohio State.
After graduating with a degree in education from the Ohio State University, Shirley moved back home to assume the role of full-time mother while also being actively involved in the management of the Dunlap Company and the former Atlanta Grain Company.
I never thought that I would come back to the farm. I had dreamed of going to New York or doing something exciting, and certainly not coming back to Pickaway County. But that was until I met Cliff. And I met Cliff, and he wanted a farm. That was his background too. And so we married in 1957, and we moved into my grandfather's house where we still live today. Those early years of our marriage, I did all the things that farm women are, everybody thinks farm women do. I was a busy farm wife and mother at the time.
Shirley's first step into the public service realm came as a member of the Westfall Board of Education from 1964 to 1972. That same year, she was appointed by Governor James A. Rhodes to the Recreation and Resources Committee of the Ohio Department of Natural Resources.
Well, about the time that our oldest child, Ann, was ready to go to school, I decided that I wanted to give back to the community, and I ran for the Westfall School Board. It was probably the first step in my learning what agricultural communities want, particularly in education for their children.
Due to her leadership skills and success, in 1982, Governor Rhodes appointed Shirley to another leadership role, this time serving a 9-year term on the Ohio State University Board of Trustees, where she served on the Standing Agricultural Affairs Committee. For the final 2 years of her term, she was also the board's chairperson.
There were no other trustees that understood agriculture. Maybe Danny Galbraith. He had a farm. He used to say to me, I'm a farmer too. But his farm had blacktop driveways through the fields. Ours didn't. Ours were stone and gravel. But at one of the meetings, about this time of year in July, I took a sample of soybeans, a plant, and a plant of corn. And I took it, before the meeting started, we passed them around. And nobody understood the corn. They all thought it was the kind of corn that you buy at the roadside market and eat. They didn't understand that's not why all these fields have corn in them. And so I thought that I tried at every opportunity to talk about agriculture and what it means to the state of Ohio, because of course it's our largest industry. Very few people realize that.
In 1984, Shirley became a trustee on the W.K. Kellogg Foundation, one of the largest private philanthropic organizations in the world dedicated to improving health, agriculture, and education. She would go on to spend the next 22 years working with the foundation and even serving as the board's chair in 2000 and 2001.
Kellogg introduced me to the world, and it took me out of Williamsport, Ohio. I traveled South Africa, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, all the countries in Southern Africa, most of the countries in South America, and all over the United States where we did agricultural programming.
Shirley's time with the Kellogg Foundation gave her the inspiration to help establish the Pickaway County Foundation, an organization that works to help secure the county's future through endowed funds with current assets of nearly $6 million.
Kellogg really supported philanthropy, And as my good friend Ralph Starkey used to say, we didn't even know how to spell the word philanthropy. But I learned about it on the Kellogg Foundation, and I was very doubtful. I asked really, I didn't understand it, and we gave large amounts to promote it. And so I asked all kinds of questions. And as Dan Moore will tell you, I was a real skeptic until they took me out to communities. The big thing was in educating the community about what a community foundation was. But anyway, we're still moving along. Marge Wolford is chairing it now, and they're here today with a table but to support me, but mostly to support the community. And it's just been a wonderful experience for our county to be able to say that we believe in the future. We like what we have, we believe in the future, and we want to promote that.
Being ever humble, Shirley is quick to credit others for her success. She is generous, compassionate, and an effective leader who works hard to improve the future of Ohio's youth and agriculture. Congratulations, Shirley, on being a second-generation inductee, and welcome to the Ohio Agricultural Hall of Fame.